Hello, it's Jibreason here, and I am redoing the audio for turn 17. So, there wasn't all that much that went on this turn. We researched up to Conjuration 2, so that was on the way to get to Conjuration 3 for Summon Earth Power. It's a way of trimming our gem expenditure on our Ancestor Smiths, and also of just generally getting towards higher level Conjuration magic that we are eventually going to use, like Howl. Although I believe next turn I actually go into enchantment afterwards to get 2 Horde of Skeletons and do a bit more of that kind of stuff. Now, Agartha announced a new prophet, but that doesn't really matter too much. Over in Barra, I forget if I even have a look at what happens here, but I don't think there's anything too particularly huge. We were attacked in the below, which is just one of the provinces that Agartha held, and then we moved some guys around a little bit, but overall nothing too crazy, so I don't really want to dwell on this one because there's not much to say. So with that in mind, I'm just going to move really quickly into the next turn, because at the end of the day that was way more interesting. We move into Agartha a little bit later on in the turn, as kind of planned in the prior turn, because of the issues that they were having after losing their Pretender God in a really unexpected way. So yeah, that simplified some decisions, and have a good rest of your evening. I might put 17, 18 and 19 together. Alright, take care. Hello everybody, it's turn 18 and this game is LATC, as you'll no doubt know. Right, so we were attacked in Zaberia by some kind of Tensei and a Man King, and they lost badly. Over in the Glimmering Fields, Pan is attacking into thrones. Pan has quite an easy time clearing thrones, due to these Stymphalian birds, and even their harpies in earlier eras, but especially Stymphalian birds, because they have a one-time use AoE weapon called Copper Feathers, which when deployed on mages, especially because they have such bad protection values, is absolutely devastating, as you can see. So yeah, maybe I'll make harpies undisciplined. That'd be a fun nerf for them. Over in Agartha's territory, it looks like Abyssio's taking out some of their stuff, and actually that's just a bounce right there, but Abyssio's taking some of their stuff, and so are we. So there should be enough in here to likely repel if Agartha does attack into us. In fact, maybe, yeah, I'll go in with these guys, because they should be able to finish off the troops over here, because this isn't altogether not too much, and if we lose them then so be it. It's not a game losing amount of troops, and this dude can stay here, and again we'll attack rear and have this guy here on hold and stay behind troops. That way, if Agartha does try and go into 101 to take it back, we will at least have that. Now I don't know if Abyssia is going to take over 96 again. If they do, it's not the end of the world. This is like a couple hundo golds worth of troops. It's like a turn's worth of recruitment. It's not a big deal. It would just be nice to have 96 before either Utgard or Agartha take hold of it. Now, as you may see, there are a lot of arrows pointing back home in various directions. That's because we've just spotted this huge stack, well, I say huge stack, it's 90 units, coming from LA Atlantis. I don't know if they are actually intending to attack us. In fact, maybe I'll get a Khan, just so we've got an even better leader. And we are just massing as many of these troops as possible, really, to try and safeguard ourselves if they do move into either 169 or 173. Now, if they do attack into us, especially if they attack in fall rather than in winter, their protection value is going to be much lower, and so we actually have a quite decent chance of fighting them off, but we shall see. When it comes to fighting against LA Atlantis, now they've brought their once and future queen, who's Mother Hydra, She is targetable by attacking into large, so we'll have some cavalry specifically set up to attack her. And additionally, their troops are, I mean, they're good, but they haven't brought the ones that are really great against us, which are the guys with all manner of poisoned barbs from below the seas. A kind of reversal of what's going on with Germon. They haven't made any forts underwater at all, which is quite a big mistake, because the best troops for LA Atlantis, at least in terms of fighting us, are definitely those ones. Now, our supply of crossbowmen is steadily increasing here, so I'm getting commander out. Looks like Pythium is getting a bunch of shade priests, or pardon me, shade beasts out here. We are moving into 134. They will probably be moving out into 134 as well, but we shall see, and we will go from there. We have this guy waiting around patrolling. Might attack rear on this dude as well, and possibly we'll be able to fend this off, so that'd be great. We probably need to keep an eye on what's going on in Pangara a little bit better, so I'm moving some guys around. Might be worth inducing our good friends over in Jomon to attack them, because one of those two nations is going to die within 15 turns, and it'll probably be Jomon unless they do something about it. Over here, it looks like Kutis has expanded at least moderately well. We can anticipate probably this whole area being theirs. I believe Calum is also around this neck of the woods somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where. Abyssia is looking quite large, although not terribly well defended, in terms of its internal provinces at least. So it could be the case that we attack into it later with some stealthy stuff. It's by no means impossible for us. We have the mantises from over here in Conjuration, which in JBBM retain their magic weapons, and we also have the paths necessary to forge a shade mail hub edge in. So to our search at the moment, got Conjuration going up to 3 for summon earth power, just to help out our ancestor smiths, and then enchantment up to 5 again to help out our death mages, because having access to Horde of Skeletons is quite useful against pretty much anyone, but especially Atlantis. And then construction 4, because we do eventually want to get shade mail if we do want to go into Abyssia, which we eventually will, but not quite yet. Yeah, because I'm assuming they might fight back, that's why we're patrolling with Mahapinda over here and his dudes. Hopefully we win this. We're coming back with a bunch of skeletons. Now, some of these I assume will die, but especially with the amount of banishment they're throwing out, but it shouldn't be too bad. I've taken the boots off Fushi here, because we don't need him to be wearing them at this point, and we are moving back the guy holding a bunch of earth gems rather here. We did originally also bring Ceremonial Master, but the Ancestor Smith decided not to cast Legions of Steel, as the battle wasn't significant enough in his mind, and the priest died with -1 HP, which, had Legions of Steel been up, he would have actually survived due to the increase in prot, assuming the same damage value, but so be it. Anyway, there's not too much else going on here. I assume Pangara will attack into here, possibly into 1672. They're pretty dangerous to fight at the moment, just due to the huge amount of Centaur cataphracts, but they're not by means impossible for us to fight, so it could be doable. But yeah, definitely a case of trying to get German on side. Right, I don't really have anything else too much to say about this turn, other than, we should in theory have probably equivalent numbers at least of troops to them coming back, and equivalent numbers in Heat 3, or even neutral heat. We should do okay versus Atlantis, even if they attack into us, which I'm not even entirely sure they will, but I just don't really want to take any chances, Now over here we're recruiting a Mounted Commander to try and bring some more of these back as well, so we've got another 10 here. We are recruiting yet more Barbarian Heavy Horse in here. Maybe I'll move them to the capital. So at the end of the day we could do them being there. Alright, I think that's about it. Over here we're moving these two armies. Together these guys should do okay, and even if he attacks into us with his huge stack, I think we have at least relatively even odds. I don't know, maybe I was wrong about my temptation to leave this guy building a temple. Let's bring him as well, and that way if anything freaky does happen, we've at least got this guy casting Legions of Steel and Strength of Giants a couple of times. We can move Yahtzee, or Yahtzee, however that's pronounced, over to there. With the savings we could probably crank out a few more troops here. I just want to be extra safe against these dudes. We are moving one guy over there to build a temple and another guy over here to build a temple. Eventually we'll want to be producing an additional fort over here. And I might get Bernard's Brave Men because they're quite a good mercenary company. So we'll do that. I believe they're heavy crossbowmen. And thanks very much for watching. Pinch of Britain, and goodbye. Hello everybody, it's turn, I believe 19. Possibly 20. I think 19 though. Anyway, it looks like we have got Pangaea putting on Mother Oak, which is a bad sign and needs to be resulting in an immediate attack on them, I think. In Hidden Realm we found the crypt underneath. I'm not entirely sure that is because I don't have a complete memory of all the sites, just quite a lot of them. In the chambers underneath we were attacked by LA Pythium, and they were fairly successful. We killed some Hydra hatchlings, but they can temple some of those in their capital. In Villaveros, the forces of Abyssia attacked Agartha 1, which I believe is a fort next to us, yep. We didn't get attacked by Abyssia here, so we've taken this off of what the... Okay, so that's... that oh my god, sorry, the AI just made me crease. Oh god, God bless you. God bless you, the computer. That's what a guard's been spending. It's not a guard. Betty Holmes been spending his money on. That's amazing. Jesus, right. Anyway, we've taken Great Woods. We will be making a fort over here alongside the lab. Not lab, palisades, temple, you know the thing. Sorry, it's been absolutely exhausting at work. I'm tired. The whole scenario in my homeland is fairly, you know... Oh, it looks like Ulm and Pangaea have both fought over this province, over in Abyss. Let's see the casualties. Too many for Ulm, not enough for Pangaea. That's the summation of the casualties. Good luck to you, mate. It looks like Atlantis didn't attack into us, which is kind of them. And probably wise. There is a fort under construction. All well and good. I was wrong about Bernard's Brave Men. I was thinking of, I think they're called Williams Boys, or in any case, a different mercenary company. I think they're Williams Boys. The ones who are heavy crossbowmen. But yeah, Bernard's Brave Men, I've misidentified them. These ones are the ones that are really good that you can get in the early era, because nothing too much in terms of independence at least can really get through a pike and plate grass. But yeah, in the late era they're fairly standard. None of this stuff can go underwater, so I don't really care about it. Pangaea might be attacking into here, so we'll just have to see how that one goes. Let's get some more additional defence in there. Drop this guy, bring that up to 20. So our basic plan is probably just going to have to be to go in relatively soon. might attack it and just see what it looks like. So it looks like probably over 40 or so defense if it's extremely powerful and well organized. One thing we can do, and maybe I'll show it off actually, that's what I can do with a turn. I can show off the raid command if Atlantis isn't going to attack. So what this does is basically does a remote pillage, as I think I explained in a previous video. I may have scrapped it, I apologise. I scrapped a couple due to sound issues, so yeah, not 100% entirely sure of all of the content I've got lined up for release, because as of God, what day is it, 19th of August, I still have yet to release any of the videos for this series. So yeah, so we'll have this guy probably preach, these guys search, Guan Yin, you can patrol, that's fine. He might attack into us, but I doubt it. I kind of doubt it. Crypt underneath, what's that get? Some bloody hell, what a province. So we've got concentration bonus 20 and enchantment bonus 30. That's pretty nice as sites go. So that means we can get like 16 gem whites. It also means we can get, what, 5 gem banes? 5 gem banes is good. It also means we can get 3 gem dark knowledge. Alright, also means we get like, what, 6 gem revenant? Yes, boys, 6 gem revenant. Right, okay, that's that one kind of sorted out for how we're going to be spending our death gems for a little while. And also, if and when we take this over, it's plausible that Pangaea might get it, but obviously I intend to take as much as possible from them. Let's reset this and see what our recruitment looks like across the world. So there's none in there, there's a fair bit in there. We can trim this. So yeah, I think that's probably wise. Now, this might be slightly short-sighted, but at the end of the day, if we can get an additional cave province, that's always going to come in handy. So I believe you can use the you know, the one, summon allies order when you're under siege. So here's Byakhis, or Byakhikanos, I suppose, using the correct genitive, are going to be able to summon even while, you know, even if we do get the capital under siege, but we'll just have to see what happens, really. As to Pangaea, I've spoken to Jomon. Jomon said they have some absurd, like, literally 10 turns left on their non-aggression pact situation going on. It's a joke. We need to try to break that relationship up, basically. And I think they took a throne as well, didn't they? Crystal Throne, good mages on that one. So if we show the Thrones of Ascension, yeah, Dees, 2 Earth, 2 Astral, and the Earth and Pearl are both pretty useful as well. Right, what are we going to do to win this game? Maybe go through here. I think we could probably do it. I think we've got the troops to do it, so it's probably worth a shot. It's never going to be able to happen. Oh, maybe it will. I don't know. It's only 4 though, isn't it? So that's 2 months until start of winter in Dominions, at least, and until that happens, we won't be getting very much in terms of changes from temperature changes, which would allow us to cross, to basically ford this river. Right, Laojan's off, Podro's off, might as well. Might bring Song Di. 4 of them bad boys. Let's go for it. Let's go Summon Earth Power. Probably Legions of Steel. Typically a fight's going to last a while if it's involving all of this stuff. Get him some shoes. Let's get him over there a bit quicker. So what are we looking at here? We are looking at best part of 100 cavalry, some long dead of course, and a few pikeneers. That's a fairly heavy amount of troops in there, but I mean they are pretty bad. It's only light infantry, archers, heavy infantry and crossbowmen, so it's not unassailable by any means. And as soon as we start, as soon as you start breaking a force like that, it really breaks quite quickly. So, alright, let's get these guys back in here. Probably move these to here, for in case we go on any kind of proper attack on the province. It's not impossible that we're gonna. That's annoying that the raid command doesn't show up on Y. Illwinter, if you're watching this, it'd be great if the raid command showed up when you press Y. That'd be fabulous. Let's just get them over there and they can guard that commander. So yeah, so a raid command can occasionally end up attacking into the PD and into the troops, which is a non-successful raid in terms of outcome, but can happen. This means you don't get any penalties to, well, that the enemy's province is not pillaged, which would mean basically a situation where what are we doing here? Come on, search, move. Right, it would mean a situation where we would not increase the unrest and we wouldn't get any gold. But it's not super likely. It's more likely, I think, that he ends up just chickening out. Although across this force we've got what? That's about 60 cav. These are guys that all have Pillager 2, he's got Pillager 5, so we can call it 150 siege power. Not siege power, pillage power, which is a lot. So yeah, potentially we're doing quite well for this stuff. Wonder what his god is. Let's go and find Bangar's capital. There we go, found it. And have a look at what's going on. Right. Sorry, this turn's been a bit kind of out there, and the commentary's not been too fabulous. It's just been what a time we're living in at the moment, eh? Is this guy still walking? Yes, he is. Good. Okay. So yeah, let's hold an attack large monsters, that's fine. None of the Ancestor Smiths has rolled nature yet, which is a bit of a shame. Just because that's a good additional way to have them be less old, basically. But yes, as of yet, not occurred. We'll have this this Khan over here moving into this province. The reason for that is that when these guys arrive, they will benefit from being led by a high quality commander. Right, I'm just going to call it there. I think I've done about as much as I can. We're going to pick up a bunch of troops over in here. No, we're not. Just move them to there. Easy. Those guys holding attack. How many troops do we have holding attacking? It's like 100, isn't it? We're going to be alright. So we're going to scout ping this with this dude. We kind of know what the score is already here if we have it somewhat mapped out. I believe the guys in this province are going to be making an ice fort rather than a brick and mortar fort. So if we can push our Dominion over here, I mean, it should go up because the it's about to be winter, so it's unlikely that we'll be able to push our Dominion over their province, and B, they would actually increase to above 0. But yeah, we can potentially delay and then eventually melt it when it is created. Where are Hex's Heavy Horsemen shown up? 143. Okay, so in Mopito Cliffs. Might put him in 138. Let's do that instead. Just because it's quite likely that 143 is his next target. Because as I'm sure he possibly remembers, actually worth more gold than 138. Alright, well, cheers for watching, binge it, rating, and goodbye.